What was that? Don't worry about it. Yo, what's poppin', everybody? What's going on? We're back for another Digimon Episode Review. If you're allergic to large digital canine, take your medicine because I can't be held responsible for any digitally related on-the-job injuries. If you enjoy what you see, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Help support the series. Help support this channel. Y'all been killing it. Let's see if we can take it on all the way up to episode 52, because that's how many seasons are in this season. If you don't already know by now, in this review series, I'll do a quick summary of the episode, what I thought was good, what wasn't so good, and give the episode a final rating out of 10 in the end. Well, if you're ready, squat up on that like button, sit back, relax, and let's begin reviewing. Episode 3 of Digimon Adventure continues right after the events between Greymon and Shellmon. The day is coming to a close, but before they can even decide on what to do, two Monochromon ambush them, and being too tired, they make the obvious choice to run. They manage to escape, and all but Matt wants to make camp for the night. He thinks they should keep walking, as they have no clue if it's even safe to stop. Ty mentions that they need food, and ultimately, the kids take shelter in an empty trolley nearby. As they are out gathering food, Ty and Sora take notice of Matt's relationship with TK, and Joe realizes that they might not even be on Earth anymore. It is now time for everyone to sleep, but the idea came up that they take turns standing guard. Matt shuts down Ty's notion that each of them could take a watch for an hour, insisting that his brother's too young. It is at this moment when tensions between Ty and Matt flare. Ty was teasing Garurumon about someone stealing his pelt, something he's very self-conscious of, and Matt angrily defends his partner physically if need be. In an attempt to soothe things, Joe comes up with the solution of all the guys minus TK taking watch. In the middle of the night, during Ty's turn, Matt is up and apologizes for his actions earlier, and soon after leads to a nearby island with Garurumon following soon after. A little later, the sparks of the fire hit a serpentine Digimon who comes to be identified as Digimon, of course making him mad. He has enough power to split apart the island they were all on, thus separating Matt and Garurumon from the others. Being a champion Digimon, the others couldn't do much to help. Agumon tries digivolving, but is too weak from his previous fight. Just as Ty did in the previous episode, Matt jumps in the water in an attempt to distract the sea serpent. History seemed to repeat itself because, yes, you guessed it, Matt is now in Digimon's grasp and is being dragged to the bottom of the lake. But all is not lost as the Digivice begins to glow, giving Garurumon the power to digivolve to Garurumon. The majestic but powerful wolf frees his partner, and with a howling blaster to the face, Digimon is defeated. A special shout out goes to Gomamon for coming in clutch with his marching fishes, pulling in the island back together like a boss.
Yes. What I like.
There are a lot of things I liked about this episode. Number one being Garurumon, being one of the most awesome champion Digimon ever to exist. But subjectivity aside, a lot was explained in this episode that will be carried on in future episodes and even future seasons. We learned of Matt and TK's relationship as brothers. Their parents divorced while the boys were young, and each one took one of them with him. Matt's still learning how to be a good older brother, and the stresses brought forth by being summoned to the digital world only makes things harder. To me, that justifies being on the edge just a little bit. This episode is also beginning of Tat and Mai's rivalry-filled friendship. These two are practically polar opposites, so it seems inevitable that these two would eventually butt heads. Without spoiling too much, just know that things only get more heated as things in the digital world get more intense.
What I didn't like.
I didn't like how Matt treated TK like a child. He's 8 years old, gosh darn it. When I was 8, I had 2 mortgages, student loan, and child support. In all seriousness, one thing I noticed from previous episodes and just find odd is the insane gap in power between rookie Digimon and champion Digimon. Don't get me wrong, I love the concept of Digivolution, all the planet-busting power it brings. I just find it weird that several rookie Digimon can't even damage Digimon, but one champion has the strength to wipe him out with relative ease. Granted, this might just be chalked up to a lack of energy from the others, but still. They should be able to do something like bruise Digimon's non-existent kneecaps. You know something? It's rating time! Overall, I'll give this episode an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed the action in this episode, but what really got me was how character-focused this episode was. A lot of people, me included, like to compare Pokemon to Digimon, but what sets the animes apart is how character-focused Digimon is. We opposed to Pokemon, which is more objective-based. We get some insight into Matt's character, and we're able to understand why he acts the way he does. We also see some tension flare that is surely going to be a recurring trend to the season. But I know y'all just want to see someone else Digivolve, so tune in this Saturday for a review on episode 4 to find out. Thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Digimon Episode Reviews. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. I love interacting with you all down there and seeing what you have to say. And please leave your own ratings down below as well. Please subscribe for more reviews, and I'll catch y'all later. Later.